Okay, I went ahead and glued both sides, and like I said, nothing complicated. And don't be afraid to put a lot of glue, since this frame is a little slippery. You might want to put a little more glue, and don't be afraid to do that and think, oh my gosh, it's going to show, because we're going to cover it up with the Spanish moss. So go ahead and get that done, put that aside, and let me show you this bow. This is a really fun bow to do, very easy. You don't need a bow maker to make this. So basically, you're gonna get your ribbon, and I don't really have a precise measurement here, but we don't really need a huge bow for over there, so I'm gonna cut my pieces, probably about this long right here. And you can always cut it smaller if you need to. So that looks like probably about, I don't know, 8 inches maybe. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut a piece like this. I'm gonna put it down, and then I'm gonna cut another piece the same way. And I'll take that one and kind of measure it. And I'm gonna put it down like this. Ribbon here, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put this right here, and I'm going to measure it with the red one on top, and you can actually just go ahead and get another one, put it on top of that, just kind of use that as your guide. Cut that one, and like I said, this is such a fun bow to do because it's very easy. You can do that. You can do it like this, or you can do it alternating. Alternating is pretty fun too. So you're doing the red polka dot, coming back with the red, kind of like a sandwich, and then the polka dot, and then I'm going to take this one here. Probably going to make this one a little shorter, so maybe go probably, I don't know, 6 inches or maybe 5 inches. Like I said, it doesn't have to be precise. You can make your bow as big as you want or as little as you want. I'll use this one to give me a guide here. I'm trying to be a little conservative on this one here because I don't have that much left of this one, so that I can show you how to do the curls on the sides of the ribbon, of the frame. So I'm going to crisscross that, and you're done with your bow right there. And then what you can do with your, whichever one you decide to use, I like using the zip tie for my bows and for attaching things because it's just nice and secure and easy to maneuver. So you're going to take your X's right here. You're going to squeeze it together like that, just pinching it like that. And you're going to put your zip tie or your twist or your pipe cleaner, whatever it is you're using. Like I said, I like using this one because, and you can use a smaller one. I just didn't have a smaller one handy, but you just put it in there like this and see, and you can start letting it go and it's still going to hold its shape. Just tighten it really nice and tight, and then I like flipping this to the back. So here we go, here's your bow, and then you just kind of start playing with these, kind of pull them out, move them around the way you want. Make sure I'm still in the frame here. Spread them out, and like I said, this is like the easiest bow ever to make. So don't ever say you cannot make a bow, because you can. You can do this with some material, some stiffer material. You can use this. You can do a cute little felt bow with the same type of technique. So now I'm going to trim the excess of my zip tie, get rid of that. And I'm just going to snip that that right off there. And then I'm going to do some, cut these into ducktails. So my bow looks a little prettier. So I'm going to cut these. You don't have to if you don't want to. I just think it looks more finished. And that's always the thing with all of these projects, is the little details. The little details make it look finished and make it look nice. So just cut them all. And this is great when you have scrap pieces of ribbon and you want to make a really fun bow. You can use a lot of different scraps to make a nice bow, and it just looks like so much fun when you get it done. And you're able to use all those scraps, because sometimes you get a good piece left over but it's not big enough for you to make the loop bows. So, and then these here, I did cut the other one into little ducktails too, so you can do that too. And this is all wired ribbon, but it doesn't have to be. As long as it's a somewhat stiff ribbon, you can use to do this too, because you don't want it to just get all kind of droopy. Go. We've got it done. And look at how cute that bow is. And then what I like to do for my center, I like to cover that. So I am going to use, since I don't have that much of this bow, or this one right here, what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a little piece of this right here. Tie it around this right here, finish it off so you don't have that showing. Okay. And you can double knot it if you like, but since I'm going to glue this down to the frame, this little piece is not going to go anywhere. So there you go. Here's your cute little bow. How cute that is. Alright, so we are now clear out the space. I'm going to move my frame back over here. So we are now going to place this bow. I'm going to glue this bow right here. Look how cute that is already. I'm going to go ahead and glue this. I'm going to clean up my area and come on back, and I'm going to show you the next step.